Thank you. And now we're going to hit the next poem. It's called Old Glory, but because we're in the season of 9/11, I was inspired after talking to a couple of folks that was in New York City, Lower Manhattan, when it happened, and that inspired me to write this little poem here, and I'm just going to tack it on to the beginning of Old Glory. So I want to read this to you, and I hope that you're blessed by it. Let us begin. The fight continues, and I will not lose unless I forget, but I will never forget because I was there. I saw my people take flight for business, thinking they were on board an airplane, but they were on a missile. I was there when the plumes of black smoke filled the air, marking the buildings no longer there. I saw my fellow countrymen close their eyes wanting to pray, but I knew that they did not know what to say. God would have to interpret their hearts that day. I was there when the rapidly expanding pulverized cement blanketed Lower Manhattan, forcing the civilians and the first responders to run in opposite directions. And the fight continues. And on that soot-covered black tar, the dead were not just victims, they were casualties of war. And America became the battlefield, bravely led by first responders, and the fight continues. And then I saw my people, in spite of this calamity, they found their strength, they put their differences aside, they worked together. Cars, boats, bikes, and trains were all utilized to help people get to a safer place. There were no strangers in the streets. Everyone was like a fellow comrade that you wanted to meet. Patriotism was at an all-time high, an all-time high. And that is why I put the world on notice. America will protect her people. America is a blessed nation. America loves to pray, but America is not the prey. We are the predator. And you can read between those lines and never forget that I am the flag of the United States of America. But you can call me Old Glory. May God bless the families of the victims of 9/11. But understand that my colors do not run. And hear my story, the Old Glory story. It is a time-honored tradition that symbolizes our service members, our veterans, and our first responders rise through the ranks. But most importantly, it represents their love for a nation that they so proudly served. Now, if I could get all of you to use your imagination just for one moment, imagine our flag having a personality. What type of attitude and swagger do you think it would have? Now imagine the flag having a voice. What exactly would it say to its outstanding service members, to its veterans and first responders? What would it say to you? Well, I would like to draw your attention to just one fact. The fact of the matter is, the United States flag is the most recognized symbol in the world for peace and freedom. And my friends, when it comes to freedom, well, freedom is not free. It comes with a price paid for by our prisoners of war, our missing in action. We have over 80,000 missing in action personnel right now here today. By our veterans who have accumulated countless injuries and disabilities, and our outstanding service members who are serving around the globe in defense of our great nation. So let there be no doubt that I believe that if our flag could speak, it would say, I am the flag of the United States of America, but my name is Old Glory. I fly atop the world's tallest buildings, and I stand watch in America's halls of justice. I fly majestically across the great institutions of learning, and I stand guard with the greatest military power in the world. Look up and see me. I stand for peace, honor, truth, and justice. I stand for freedom. I am confident, I am brave, I am proud, and I am ready. When I am flown with my fellow banners, my head is held a little higher, and my colors are a little truer. Except for my God, I bow to no one, and I am recognized all over the world. I am sovereign. I am saluted. I am respected. I am honored. I am loved. And yet I am feared. I have fought in every battle of every war for more than 200 years. Some of these battles include Gettysburg, Shiloh, Appomattox, San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, the Argonne Forest, Anzio, Rome, the beaches of Normandy, Guam, Okinawa, Korea, Quezon, Saigon, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq, Kuwait, Syria, and scores of other places long forgotten by all. Except those that were there with me, I know because I was there. I led my special operations forces in the quiet of the night and at the tip of the spear. I saw them fight fearlessly around the globe every day of the year. I watched over them even during the casualties of Desert One, and they still loved me. Now they're the fighting forces that you cannot see. I was on a small hill called Iwo Jima. I was dirty, battle-worn, and tired. But my soldiers and sailors, my airmen, my Coast Guardsmen, my Marines, they all cheered me, and I was so very proud. I was at Ground Zero in New York City on September the 11th as cowardly fanatics attacked America. I was raised from the ashes of once proud buildings by brave firefighters and police. These were heroes who risked their lives to save others, showing all that America, although bloody, will never be beaten, because those who would destroy me cannot win. For I am the symbol of freedom, of one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I have been soiled, burned, torn, and trampled on in the streets of my own country. And when it is done by those whom I have served with in battle, it hurts. But hear me today when I say I will overcome because I am strong. I have slipped the surely bonds of earth, and from my vantage point on the moon, I stand watch over the uncharted new frontiers of space. And I have been that silent witness to all of America's finest hours. But my finest hour comes when my stripes are torn into strips to be used as bandages to cover the wounds of my fellow comrades on the field of battle. Also when I fly at half-mast to honor my soldiers and sailors, airmen, Coast Guardsmen, Marines, and my Space Force guardians. But most importantly, when I'm placed into the trembling arms of a grieving mother at the gravesite of her fallen son or her fallen daughter. I'm so very proud. My name is Old Glory. Long may I wave, dear God. Long may I wave.
Thank you. No pressure. Oh my. Okay, so Mr. Morris, you need to run for office and holy shit.